Hello. For this lesson, I have another special request. So I was asked how to draw the lemon. It was for the one of our members' clients' holidays in Italy when she wanted the full lemons for the limoncello. So we're going to draw the lemons like this one. These are extremely easy, and I'm sure you're going to make it. So what we're going to do, I will start with the scheme and I will draw the scheme so then you can place it all in your on your nails as well. So to create the lemon is really easy. So this is our tip. What we have, going to draw it, and what we're going to do, we're going to draw a little bit like an oval shape, just like that. Okay, the more full the lemon will be, the better, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, what I would recommend you to do if I want to place the full lemon, try to place it diagonal. Try not to place it like that straight or like this, because then it will be hard for you to fill up the gap. So we want to create this design as possible, as easy as possible for the salon. And then from here we're going to create a little ends like this, and we're going to do similar on this side. So our shape will be done already. Of course, we're going to create some shading to make our lemon looks like a lemon and a little bit more alive. So we'll fill everything with the nice and light yellow. And then first we do a little bit of shading from the top, and we're going to make this with brown and a little bit of amber, not too much, just a little bit. And we're going to do opposite as well, just a little bit over there. Of course, we're going to create a little bit of shading on our end, so that will just look like it's ending. And then we're going to create the leaves, and the leaves are really easy, just like that. Okay, nice and easy leaves, and you can create just a 1, 2 or 3, and that really will depends on your space. So if you have a lot of space, you may have the more leaves, and if you have less, you have less. And then we can add as well a little flowers, and this will be just simple flowers like this as a little connection to our design. We're going to place it all. Of course, we'll do lots of highlights as stuff as well, but what we're going to do, we're going to focus on this full lemon and the leaves. And what I wanted to do to you, do to myself, do to all of us, what I wanted to create it, we're going to paint this on a darker background, okay? So I'm going to show you how you can create light design on the darker background with the gel polish without losing the brightness of the color, because especially when we're working with the transparent color is quite important. So let's start. Okay, so we have our dark shades, and then of course we have our lighter lemons that we need to do. And of course, as a background, you can use any color. You can use white, which will be really easy, but we want to do something different, and we're going to add a little different color. Now, if we pick up the yellow, and the yellow is really transparent, like for example, mimosa, we're looking for a nice and bright color. So I'll just shake it well. And mimosa is extremely bright, okay? That will be beautiful for our background. But the color is semi-transparent. So if I will apply it right away on my purple, you can see what's happening is just becoming a little bit more brown. So the purple from underneath is really visible. I don't want to do that. So if you choose the colors that are semi-transparent like this one, what you will need to do, you will need to use the white as a base, okay? And this is really easy, and I think it's great if you have semi-transparent color or maybe neon shades and you want to reapply it. What would you do? You would just get a little bit of white gel polish, just simple gel polish. And then following our scheme, we are going to create our lemon. So for our lemon, we'll first make a little round shape. nice and thin, nice and easy. Lemons do not need to be big, okay? You can do 1 or 2. I'm making only 1 because if you need to do really short nails, this is all what you will be able to fit in. And we have this oval shape with the white. And if you have the white base like this one, you don't even need to use any color gel polish specifically. You can use the glass gel polish as well because it is transparent. So if it's glass, the only thing that you have, feel free to use it. And now we're going to make this little end in here. And the yellow is really the only one that is our border, like this, and then the green is dark enough so we can cover it. So once we're happy with this one, we place it in the light, cure it 30 seconds, and then we can follow with our normal colors. Okay, once our white is cured, now let's prepare our colors. As I mentioned, choose something that is nice and bright if it comes to yellow, even if that will be this yellow. If you have the color only like a say cheese, for example, I think for the lemon is not bright enough. Maybe I will add a little bit of the white to it just to change the color, and let's try it just to make it a little bit lighter because that will be quite dark background and the lemons are relatively light. If you don't have it and you have, oh, that's a little bit better, like a pastel yellow, that will work like a butter yellow. You can also use, as I mentioned, the yellow from the glass, but of course you need to play around and choose your colors. I like this mimosa as well. Pastel yellow is a little bit too light, okay, although we'll add up later a little bit of shading. Now if you have the situation that you do not have any color that you can match your design, what you do, we have the possibility of doing this as well. You pick up your neon pigments, okay, and we have our white gel polish. Let me just open a little bit more in here because of course you may not have the color, but this is not an issue, okay? We can fix anything, absolutely anything. If there's a well, there's a way. And a little bit of pigments, I'll really try not to spill them everywhere, okay? And I'll pick up a little bit of the pigment and I will add to my whitest white, to create my nice bright color. You see? Just add it, don't be afraid. And if you need to, for example, you can add a little bit of this one to make it not as pink. And this will be our base, okay? Nice and light. And of course, we're going to add some more colors to it, but the base is important to us. So now what we're going to do, well, we have this color. Let's paint our base, and I'm going to paint it with the mix, okay? So paint it with the mix, nice and bright. And you see here is the mimosa, so won't be much different. The mimosa is a little bit brighter, so then if you use a little bit more of the pigments, you will get this brightness as well. And I went outside a little bit of my white. I want to remove it, okay, because I want to keep it pure color, just to make sure everything is perfect. Okay, that's amazing. And this is our base, and then we're going to continue with some shading. Let's cure it. Now let's add the extra colors that we will need for our shading. We are going to use a little bit of glass yellow. Of course, if you don't have it, you will use maybe say cheese together with the clear base and top. We'll also use a little bit of the amber. That's amber. Yes, that's amber. It's a little bit too red. And for whatever reason, I completely lost my glass brown. So I am going to use brown 3 gel polish, just regular gel polish. And I'm going to mix it with my clear base and top. Of course, this is must have in here. what I will also need, I will need a little bit of bright green, because I want my design to be nice and bright, and I've choose the Go Green. Any green that you have will work. That will be the base for my leaves. And then I am going to use a little bit of the Lucky Green as well for my shading, tiny bit, and this will go together with my base and top. Of course, I'm not using the green glass for this one, just because the green glass is a little bit too blue. You can see a little bit too turquoise. I want to have really pure colors